Hey guys, crew of Blind Wave. I'm Eric.
I'm Aaron.
It's a sad time with Superman and Lois.
Yes,
because we can just cross out this first word. So welcome back to And Lois.
It's much happier over on Superman the Animated Series.
Yes.
We've been going through that, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you want more Superman with Superman and Lois or And Lois, make sure to check out Superman the Animated Series with us.
It is classic Superman. This is now no Superman. Aaron?
Well, yeah, because they put him in the Fortress of Solitude and destroyed his heart.
Yeah, that was quite crushing to watch. Not just the heart being crushed, but his son so close, being able,
Yeah, the kid did a good job too. Of I felt like the kid.
Yeah, I've been emotionally devastated for the week, and don't really know how to recover. So let's try to cheer myself up by looking at this poll. Is this truly the end for Superman? Is our poll?
Okay.
20% says he is dead for good.
Okay.
80% he will return.
Okay.
We saved his body.
I mean, they didn't. Yeah, but we don't have his heart.
We don't have his heart.
Either A, it has really been crushed, or B, it is just somewhere else. We don't know where it is.
Look pretty dead to me, and I trust myself. I like that.
Yeah.
I love the self-confidence. He's dead. It's the final season.
Yeah, that's also possible.
I think that Lex would never squish Superman's heart like that after he went through all the trouble to get a special box made for it. And I think Jordan couldn't hear that it was fake because of the sonic emitter. There's still hope. He got a Patsy heart.
Patsy heart.
Patsy heart.
Okay, Patsy
You need a heart? I'll get you a heart.
Want a heart? I'll get a heart.
In 3 hours, I'll get you a heart.
Okay.
He will return. I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it! Just stuff some lasagna in his chest. Lasagna fixes everything.
That's not how lasagna works.
We need a proper black suit Superman. We've already had it in the show, but I do like that.
We did.
In the show. We've had it in Crisis of Infinite Earths too, right?
That's when we had it.
Yeah, okay,
sure.
gotcha.
It was Crisis.
He wasn't wearing it like the evil Superman in season 1, was he? Or that was Crisis. Never mind. Okay, I'm confusing two things. Yep. Because that's the first time we saw this Lois Lane, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Or at least I should say, this actress playing a version of Lois Lane that's not necessarily this Lois Lane, because after Crisis, they formed a new timeline in which new experiences happen at different points in time. Thus, she's a completely different character.
So you're trying to say we've never seen this Superman in a black suit?
Yes.
Thanks, Eric.
Clark will 100% be back, and they have to call that episode Superman Returns. So we should just not look at the titles if they do that. It's a cool idea, but... Did you like that movie? Superman Returns?
I mean, we had that guy in the shows.
You didn't answer the question. Man. One shot at him.
Are they getting ready for a funeral?
All the memories you shared.
And it's just the three of them?
As much as I might try, I don't think words will ever be enough.
Jesus.
The serum Bruno Mannheim made to save his wife, it brought the other Superman back to life. You acquired some, correct?
A vial's worth, yes.
I need it.
Does this have anything to do with Luther's monster?
I'll have the serum sent to your office. But under no circumstance are you to use it unless you tell me what it's for. Are we clear?
Crystal.
So the serum they used on the other Superman, and it's created the Doomsday? Is that what he was saying?
Ever since that alien showed up, things around here have been rowdier than a $10 rodeo.
Well, actually, sir, that's why we're here, to discuss Superman.
He's so nervous.
Something I'm not getting here.
Sir,
Take off your glasses.
I'm him. Superman. I'm me.
I'm me.
We're the same person.
Don't break anything.
I feel like this was made just for me. I'm so happy. Give me the look of recognition. Oh, that music's so beautiful. Right? It works! Ta-da!
I'll be damned.
Oh, man.
They took off the glasses, and then now it's him.
It was so epic.
Dad, you gotta stop watching that.
We should have helped Clark.
He told us not to.
Doesn't matter. He would have helped us.
Mom! You published the article about Dad dying?
About Superman dying. The world needs to know. People have to understand that Superman won't be there to save them anymore.
Yeah, well, he would be if someone had listened.
Jonathan!
No, it's true.
Jonathan! Honey, he didn't mean that.
Yeah, he did.
Crazy. Jonathan's usually such the level-headed, like, hopeful one and stuff, and he's just broken.
When there's hope, he does, yeah. He held on to it for a long time.
Look, you have to forgive me. Jordan, I'm not blaming you. Just leave. Please. You have to forgive me. Please, will you just shut up for once in your stupid life? I'm so sick of your crap. Ever since you got powers, all you've done is bitch about how hard everything is. And you keep saying that you're trying to do what's right, but you never do. You weren't trying to save Dad. You were trying to be a hero, and now Dad's dead. My dad is dead, and I never get to see him again.
Jesus, man.
What the hell?
Oh my God. What, there can only be 2 Kryptonians operating? What the hell?
What the hell?
Just the stress, you know?
The ship.
What the hell's going on here?
Yes.
Huh.
That acting performance was nuts. Is he already flying? He's already flying. Dude, super bros.
Dad, I went to school. You know, I made friends. I fell in love.
Mateo's a good kid.
And he's a part of this world, which I love. Last time we didn't get to fight to save our world. This time we do.
If this doesn't feel like destiny wrapping its hairy knuckles on the front door. Dad. Kid's a born leader. Even been training to be a fireman.
Mm-hmm. He's 16 years old, and he just lost his father. He's not ready to save the world.
Mm-hmm.
What's John got to say about it?
When did Clark lose his dad, you know? Both times.
If you bring John into the DOD, we can get him geared up, train him, build a team for him. In my personal opinion, that's the best course of action. I think he's more than capable. But I didn't tell you when I was training Jordan. I won't do that again. You're his mother, whatever choice you make, I promise I'll respect that.
Okay.
They're great kids, but they are 16, you know?
Yeah.
Like...
But how old is Natalie? He's looking at doing the same thing with her, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a minute?
Close that door, will you?
Flashbacks.
And we take her choices, okay?
And why are you here?
Well,
Marriage.
sir, I'd like to formally ask you for Lois's hand in marriage.
Damn it, son. That's a terrible idea.
What?
His face.
General.
You and I are this world's last line of defense. We don't get to sign up for the Friends and Family program.
With all due respect, sir, you're wrong. I need Lois.
It'll fade. Love always does.
Yeah, but I do love her.
So do I.
I came here to ask for your blessing, but I want to be clear. I do intend to marry your daughter.
Then why even bother asking?
Because I'd like for you to be a part of our family.
You know where I stand.
I mean, I get what he means, but I also think Lois helps keep Superman, like, human. Oh my god, what's it eating?
What is he eating? What does it eat?
You can't be bothered to visit the border metropolis, but you'll drop by to feed that.
The difference is, I like him.
He really loves hearts.
You can see the appeal.
No, he wants hearts, so he's giving him hearts.
Giving him hearts. Yeah, I know you like these.
Here, you get this one.
He's a dog, yeah.
All we need to know is that you got our back.
I got your back.
Sam,
John Henry and Natalie Irons, or how you'll be known around here, Steel and Starlight, I'd like you to meet General Hardcastle and Squad K. This is your new team.
welcome. It's an honor.
Someone's a Luthor plant. I know it.
Afternoon, Superboy.
Yeah, not only did he lose the heart, he also gave him enough of this information, you know?
You sure you want to try that again?
Yes, just do it. Dead. Bury him in the back. There's a huge farm. Huge!
You think she has a favorite?
That's what they're doing.
What? You or your brother?
It's the phone call.
You have 10 seconds to choose. 9, 8.
Stop it! Stop it!
What is this?
The other day when you were at the shipyard, your mom got this call.
John wasn't even in trouble.
Yeah?
3,
Listen.
2, 1. You have chosen Jonathan. He's a good boy and your favorite son. Thanks for being honest for once. Have a nice day.
I mean, I would have chose the kid without powers too, depending on who's in trouble with what.
Yeah, but if you don't say that, it just looks to a 16-year-old boy like she just picked someone over you.
The stuff he used on Mateo's mom?
And on that other Superman.
Please tell me the DOD isn't trying to use it.
We're not. But I think General Lane might be.
For what?
He wants to make his own monster to fight Luthor's.
I worry if someone doesn't stop Lane now, we're gonna have two of those things to deal with.
What is his plan with it?
I thought it was to try to revive Clark.
Yeah,
but maybe, I don't know.
Do you end up with another Doomsday, though?
Yeah, maybe.
General Lane, we're almost ready to begin the ceremony. Congratulations, General.
Oh, the wedding.
Luthor played me a tape. Is it true?
Jordan, it's not what you think.
Both your sons are in danger. You can only choose one, and you chose your favorite.
That's not true.
Don't lie to me.
What's he talking about?
Honey, there was no time. I did not know what was happening, and you were the one with powers.
Luthor knew I had powers. He wasn't even in trouble. I was the one being attacked.
Sweetie, I didn't know that.
Would it have even mattered?
Of course it would have. I have always loved you both the same.
He said you'd say that.
Lex Luthor is a liar.
And you're not. You sent him to prison for a crime he didn't even commit.
Don't you ever say that to me again. Not ever. That man killed your father.
You gonna trust him?
Because I'm so weak.
Jordan.
Can't catch him. Can't stop him. Can't ground him. You know what I mean? I can't do anything about this.
That's you?
Uh-oh.
Jones.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, General. I know my daughter came to see you, General. Now you're gonna tell me where to find her.
Like hell I am.
He's threatening my family.
Damn it, Jones.
Oh.
Young lady, my word. You cannot give in to threats.
Either you give me Elizabeth now, or I can send something that doesn't need a gun.
We gotta get people out of here.
You didn't say anything about that?
So sorry, sir.
So sorry, sir. Oh no! That's a gut shot too. That could be fatal. Arms I don't worry about. I don't want to lose Lane too.
I was in the legs, in the stomach.
It is. And if no one comes, he could just die.
No one heard a gunshot?
Luther didn't want this.
We're in the DOD. They just have gunshot detectors.
Like a smoke alarm?
Yeah, for gunshots. Oh, the American flag is fit so well.
Oh no.
There's only one way to live, Aaron.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh no! Where are the medic?
Is this Destiny 2?
I don't like this.
Luther's sending that thing for me. Go, please. Give these to Lois.
Damn it, man.
20 seconds out and approaching fast.
Time to move!
Dad?
Be right there.
Man, I'd just be out there with my gun being like, what the fuck are we doing? You know I can't do anything with this thing.
Oh, Johnny's here.
Ugh.
Lois is here.
Panicking.
There they go. You have the hammer? Oh, it's so hard.
Be careful, he might eat you.
Use all the yellow solar flares. All of them at once.
Yellow solar flares? Where is he? Oh no! Oh, it's so strong! You got both of them?
He threw them into each other. Oh my God!
It's okay. It's okay. You gotta trust me. I can't convince you to walk away, can I?
Dad, I am literally about to exchange
In the barn.
Okay, Pumpkin. I trust you. I still have reservations. I will for a long time. But I see how much you love him. I know how much he loves you. So yeah. Yes. You have my blessing. I'll always be brave for you, Pumpkin. Always. You know my answer, Luther. I promised her I'd be brave.
Last chance, General.
Stand down.
Eddie, what are you doing?
You're gonna be okay, Pumpkin.
Do it!
Didn't want anyone else to get hurt.
I need to take Sam's body. It's what he wanted. Just go back to the farm.
Exactly what I tell you to.
Yeah.
That stops the monster from attacking.
Yeah.
Because it does its mission.
I need your help.
John Henry Irons.
We don't have much time.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
I have an
Maybe
idea.
Save one or save the other or save, I don't know.
I'm sorry, sweetie, but your grandfather.
It's a bad week.
That thing killed him.
It was more than that.
We're gonna use General Lane's heart to bring back Superman.
But his heart will not suffice. It is from a human.
Lane injected himself with a serum containing Superman's blood. That blood was flowing through his heart right before he died.
I fear that is not the same.
It is the closest we're gonna get. Help me before the serum wears off.
And then the blood will just keep pumping, right?
Well, it's not the blood, it's getting the heart. He already has blood.
Yeah, but like Superman's blood could pump back into it, keeping it. refresh.
Nobody else knew about the plan, so it had to be him.
So when he went outside, he knew what was going to happen.
How do we know if it'll even work?
We don't.
Grandpa says we have to have hope.
There.
That's not a man that was full of hope.
But if Cal is to return, it will take many days. And even then, I have concerns.
He might be weakened.
Yeah, or who knows?
Depowered.
Hey, Pumpkin. Sorry to be so rushed here, but I wanted to tell you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. Those boys and that. I can't put into words how much I love them. Clark, he once told me he'd always be there for you, and I didn't get it then. I do now. He's gonna come back. Once they get my heart inside him, I'll be there too. For every beat. Every single beat. I guess this is goodbye for now. I love you, Pumpkin. More than you could possibly know.
I love you.
Man.
Can you ever truly explain how much a person meant to you?
So it wasn't even Clark, it was Sam?
Impossible. All the love that you felt. All the memories that you shared. As much as I may try.
Oh, I love the shirts for that.
I love that he's buried at Kent Farm. Beat. Fix the logo. What can be different, you know? Slightly hurt a heartbeat in there.
I'm really glad that they did the General Lane message, because like,
me too.
I didn't know what his thoughts were. Like he had injected the serum, so there's an element in me where like it happened. I'm like, but there's something more going on, right? So like I don't think I should be sad, but maybe I should be sad. You know what I mean? Like, not sure what to be happening. But whenever we get to the point of like this is what the plan's gonna be, and they say it, then you have that message, and it's like now there's the farewell goodbye kind of moment thing. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it lets you mourn him for a bit, as the character does too.
Yeah.
And you realize, you know, like, this is a man that did not want that guy to marry his daughter, and now he's ripped his heart out of his chest.
Yeah, he's giving his heart to that man.
That's crazy. And I love that they buried him at Kent Farm, like, so much. Like, he could go in Arlington, you know, he's a service member, but Lois and Clark invited him to be part of their family, and like he's buried where Ma and Pa Kent are buried, you know?
Sure.
It's good stuff. Also, never show Lucy Lane that message.
The what?
Lois's sister.
Oh.
He didn't say a thing about her. And we already had this episode, we had another situation in which you hear a message from a parent and they acknowledge one over the other.
Sure.
Never show that to Lucy. He didn't say me at all.
Maybe there's another recording for that.
Maybe he made another.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lucy, also, you too.
Because, like, Lucy was a big part of last...
She was.
No, 2 seasons ago,
I know.
right?
Yeah. I'm
so, like, she
I'm
does
kidding.
No,
it's a TV show.
No. I'm saying, like, she was a part of this one. It's not like the Lucy that we had in Supergirl.
I understand.
Like there is one in this universe.
Yeah. I can imagine having even if it's selfish of me, like I can imagine like, oh, my dad, did something like this, and then also record a final message for those that we leave behind, and like only talks about like my brother and my sister and never mentions me. I'd be like, oh fuck, I'm pissed.
Sure.
I don't want to make it about me, but in an episode where that was a thing with the siblings, I just kept thinking like, oh, and Lucy too. But it's okay. It's still good. It's still heartbreaking.
Sure.
It doesn't take anything away.
No, I mean, if you put it in the middle of that, like, does it feel weird too? It's hard to find what that should
I understand. It's the narrative versus like, he would probably also mention something about any other members of his family, man, what a... So, do you think Clark... I mean, he has to come back different. I don't think it can be just the same, right? Like, there's a reason that you have his mom be like, I don't think it's going to work.
Well, you also have the idea that the hearts are different already, right? Mm-hmm. Like, whenever we were listening for it before, like, it has 3 beats where human hearts have 2.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the reason of a Kryptonian having a 3 heartbeat thing or something, too?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and specifically, the boys only have 2 as well, right?
Yeah, they have
only Clark has the 3.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I don't know, something different. Maybe not too different. Maybe really different.
I'm going to guess he's either much weaker or depowered. And then he has to be the mentor for the boys.
Maybe.
I mean, you could have effectively had that with him, his spirit at the fortress or whatever.
I don't know why swapping out his heart removes his powers entirely. My concern was like if the serum was used on the other Superman and now he's become Doomsday, what's that mean for this Superman? But I think the idea is also that the serum is used and it's not that the serum is staying in there indefinitely necessarily, but that his blood is in the heart. Mm-hmm. And if we can get that heart in there, the rest of his blood is there. The serum that you mentioned would wear off or something. Yeah. So it must be used differently in this way, I guess, as a transplant than it would of an injection. But I don't know.
I thought Sam was like, you get him to kill you, and then that thing like gives you like a jump, and your heart starts back up or something somehow.
Well, yeah, because is that the same? Is that the same way the other Superman became Doomsday? Is that what happened?
Well, the other Superman was dead, and then Mannheim took that. He gets that serum, and then he like changes it, I suppose, right? Like, is that the exact same serum?
I don't know. He made it for his wife, and instead he injected it into that Superman. Mm-hmm. But then that Superman was able to start dying and reviving over and over and over. Mm-hmm. So I was like, maybe General Lane's using this. Wasn't expecting to use it on him, but it's going to use it on himself so that he won't die.
Yeah.
But then I was like, is he going to start like dying and fixing himself and coming back over and over? You know, I don't know. But
I'm not sure how it works.
Seems to not be the case here.
Yeah.
Because they were worried about having 2 of those things. Like that was their concern, right?
Yeah.
Like we could end up with 2 of those monsters. So I was worried, like, is there a chance where the worry that the Fortress has is that it would do something like this? If Clark dies again, could he become this thing or something?
Most likely the subject of her poll. Stick around to find out.
Jonathan got powers?
Jonathan got powers. After, like, I think that, like, the actor just, like, did so well. The writers and the people there were just like, well, just give him powers. That was awesome. Good job. Here's your reward for such an amazing acting performance. As that kid, like, just struggled and raged and broke down and just, like, he needed something and something answered, you know? It was a really cool moment. Like, he pushed himself to his limit. Like, he was hitting the wall and busting his fingers open. Mm-hmm. And then the powers manifest. Like, I wonder if it's like a... I mean, he's certainly been in high-stress environments, you know?
Well, sure. He broke his arm.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it can't just be like, well, you high stress and you got injured and now you manifest powers.
Is there something like, you know, before any time something like that happened, he has always felt the protection of his father and thus his mind never let him think, like, there's nothing that can be done? But now that your dad's dead and you judge your brother so harshly, now your body tricks itself into being like, hey, it's this or nothing. Maybe there's something there.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Like just
maybe
Clark's presence was subconsciously soothing enough where he didn't push himself that far. I don't know.
Maybe spatial to the ship too had anything to do with it. I don't know. How close has he been to that before or something?
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know. Or is it just I don't know. You know, puberty hits people differently.
It does.
Sometimes
like
it's
bloomer.
Earlier, later,
16?
you know, whatever.
Sure.
Like maybe it's kind of related to that kind of thing too, where it's like we were waiting, but you know, we thought maybe you weren't gonna get him.
Yeah, but he has him. We've been waiting.
Yeah, I love the reveal to General Lane that Clark is Superman. I love like the way they shoot. Like I don't get it. Don't get me wrong, son, but you're not him. And he just stands up, and what do? They just take off the glasses, and they're like, "Hey, look, it's me."
They hung a lantern on it so much that it had a lens flare.
These are like you just entirely different person. You can't tell. You know.
Yeah.
I look different. Weird. I love it. I love the shot of it.
Yep. I mean, all the other times before, we've had him, like, you know, fly in the air and pick something up incredibly, you know, a truck or something. But here it was just, you know, it was so epic and the music was so fanfared, you know, so good. I feel like they just, I don't know, I feel like they did it just for me. Because I'm always like, how does that work?
Can you imagine if General Lane was like, I don't get it, you just took your glasses off.
Yeah.
God damn, all right, let me fly.
Yeah. I mean, I've always loved the fan theory that, like, Clark Kent's glasses have like some type of like magical effect on them, where they literally you cannot tell it's him anymore, like a Zantana kind of thing, you know, or Dr. Fate type of thing. They use magic to do it.
I guess I think it's part of like his, you know, I like to think that like because of glasses and the acting that he does of being different than when he's Superman.
I get you.
It's just hard to like connect them.
It's just you have face blindness. You don't get it.
No, I do. Like how many people do look very similar, you know?
Yeah.
Or like they just look similar. Or
yeah, I know, but
face,
fucking,
you know?
I saw, like, we were watching The Penguin, and I saw that kid from Hook. Like, he looks very different, way different than this man does in glasses, and I still recognize him.
No, you said, is that?
That was only because I didn't want to come across as cocky. I would have said, you put an earring that dangles in that kid's left ear, that's him! You take his shirt, his jacket, and you bust it up a little bit. That's him.
You just didn't want to be wrong.
I didn't want to be overly confident.
Because you would be wrong. That's why. What if? I don't know. I get it, but I think it was. It's just fun. I love that he was like, ta-da! Like, and all he did was just take off his glasses.
Yeah, I know. There was a part of me that was like, if this is what's going to be from, like, you know, look, Tyler is the main character of the show. He's top billed. He gets paid for every episode, regardless if he's in it or not, right? I kept thinking, if they kill him a second episode and leave him dead, that's balls. As in, like, you got balls doing that, not that's a balls, you know? But then I was thinking, but how do you do that? Maybe you do this where, like, we actually skipped a lot of the Superman mythos things.
Yeah, I did like the flashback stuff.
Maybe that's the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Sure.
Maybe still. But.
No, I thought it was cool. Like, here's, like, we're going to see General Lane's perspective on a lot of this, right? We saw General Lane. All of this was about General Lane and Clark. And I thought that was really good. And it would have been really cool, like, last episode, I think we had a lot more of Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
Right? Like, him telling Lois and their reveals and stuff like that. So, having those moments, I'm like, it could be really cool to have some past moments being explored that we never got to see because he was an established Superman. That also relate to what's currently going on. So I thought, like, that might be what we get. We get a lot of flashbacks to Tyler, and I'm okay with that because it's also some extra story that I like seeing.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, we can still get some flashbacks. We don't know. They said it could be days before he's better. You know, I don't know what to expect from that either. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, man, the next episode they brought him back at the end of it, you know? And I want to be like, maybe let it breathe a bit, but I also don't know what their plan is, what's going to happen to him. Narratively, like, I want to be like, it might have been good to keep him, if you're going to bring him back, we'll keep him away for a bit, you know?
Sure. I mean, he's been dead for 2 episodes.
Sure, I understand. But even last week was 2 episodes, so I guess I'm bringing those together in my mind.
Sure.
So I feel like I've mourned him for a week. You know, but I don't know what's going to happen next, so that's probably a thing I'll talk about at the end of the show, maybe. If I was like, oh, maybe you could have done that, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Because it felt a little quick for me. Especially after they're like, oh, yeah, it might take a couple of days. Like, okay, we won't do it this episode then.
Have his breath.
Which made me think, like, okay, that seems great, and you've left me now with hope in an otherwise
Well, we also don't know.
hope-filled but sad episode, but we don't know what it is.
No, I mean, in other iterations, when he's come back from the dead, he's not himself anyway, regardless of a human heart, you know? So, what is this Superman going to be like now that he's been revived or whatnot?
Yeah.
It's hard to know. So, like, he could still just, like, we could still be missing Clark, and we have Kal-El or something, you know? Whatever it is.
Do you think there's any part of John Henry Irons, like the quiet part, but the honest part, that was thinking it all, like, man, Clark's gone, it sucks. But there's a Lois that's single now.
I think it's too soon.
That's what I'm saying.
And they also reference...
The quiet part that he doesn't say out loud, but did you think he thought it at all?
Well, I think no, because I think they also referenced that whenever they first came in, and we got to the point where it's like they're not the same person. They're different
I
people,
understand.
You know, like
I think I would think of that too. But would I at all in my head would it flash and be like, you love that woman so much? How do you not think about that at all? You know?
Sure.
Like to the point where Sam calls her his granddaughter, and it makes perfect sense. You know? Something I was thinking of.
Yeah, I guess so.
What
But you can
does-
also adopt that too easily. I think there's less weirdness in there. I think of the grandpa side of things.
Yeah, I get you. What do you think Doomsday was eating? It looked big.
Probably wasn't a person. It was probably like a cow or
Like a
something,
cow?
right?
He just eats a cow raw, you know?
Yeah, probably. It's
crazy.
I do like that he threw the heart at Luthor because the last thing he killed,
Yeah.
he was like, "Bring me his
He's
heart."
easily trained.
Yeah, it's like he likes hearts. Could you imagine if he would have taken the heart out of General
That
Lane
would have
if he-
really messed up our plans.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah, Luthor just has like a hall of hearts.
he always wants these.
Dude, he loves these. I love him. You ever have your cats like leave you presents? Does that happen to you?
No, I mean, like, I get what you mean of, like, if a cat gets out and it finds, like, a mole, it brings it up or something like that. Like, yeah, sure.
I mean, they're literally saying, I like you. Here, have this. This is awesome. It took me a lot of effort to get this. I want to give it to you.
No, they don't leave me nothing.
They don't do that?
No. They also don't get out.
That's true. Yeah.
Not in the new place.
I get you.
But I've seen it from other cats before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have much else. I get frustrated, but also can understand Jordan's side of things a little bit.
Yeah.
But, like, in that situation, I kind of have the same idea where it's like, okay, you know, you got to pick one of your kids.
Yeah.
They're both in danger. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick the one that doesn't have powers, more than likely, because they don't have powers,
Sure.
and I'm hoping the powers can help this guy.
Yeah, like, I suppose it would have been something that I would have talked about on the ride home, you know, like after it happened, being like, hey, he did this and he did this, and then he did this like weird thing where he like tried to make you guys like me choose, and I knew what he was doing, but like I thought, you know, like having it come from Luthor and having it be a confrontation later, like it just makes it so much worse, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to, I don't know. It's also a stressful thing that
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know if she wanted to
absolutely.
relive. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on. It's only been one day, I think.
I know. Those kids went through a lot, but
Yeah, and I thought they were burying Clark, or at least making like a memorial for him.
Yeah.
Being like, Clark is gone. And I was like, dang, okay. And then they come back and they're like, oh, they've put up the article for the Superman article and stuff. But they bookend it with General Lane's memorial.
Yep.
And I love that they wore like those shirts that he was wearing when he was like not general anymore. They
That
put
was
those
so
on underneath.
sweet.
That's awesome.
That's such a fun detail to throw in there just to honor that man.
Yeah, it's like I die and all my kids show up wearing just Pokemon stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're not dressed in suits, but they're wearing Pokemon clothes.
His thing when he talks about like, you know, when he was telling Clark like you can't have both things. You have to be a soldier or nothing else. And it just wasn't. It's incredibly sad because he really believes that, and he's to a certain extent correct about it. But it also shows just how much he needed a family, because without that he would.
Sure,
would
he was
be-
a career
he'd have
man.
Nothing.
Like
You
him
know?
and Lois were already kind of what's the word? Estranged? Is that the right word?
Estranged, yeah.
Like that there was a distance between them already, but because of their careers, they had some overlap and the link to Superman.
I loved Ma Kent getting to say what, you know, she probably is one of those ladies that was like super always nice, you know, maybe not say that in front of him, but because she was like around the corner and he got to hear that sweet old lady being like, well, fuck him then. I just thought that was sweet, and probably the only way Sam would have actually gotten that information and been able to process it in a way. I think
Yeah,
someone
maybe.
from his peer group and that type of thing. You know, he's always kind of not looking down on people, but looking out for them. So someone from his peer group, maybe it kind of helps him a bit to be like, no. It's not just about do I get my permission or how I feel about it. It's more about how they feel about it, and then I have to deal with my own stuff. And it just took him a long time to, I won't say get over that, because I'm trying to remember exactly the status quo when we first meet him in this, right? He still loves the boys, but he's frustrated with the way Superman works the DOD.
Yeah, because he was trying to get him in. He still wanted him to work for the DOD, not work for the world kind of thing, right?
I get you. All right, well, I think our poll should be, what is Clark's condition when he returns? So 1, he's fine.
Okay.
He's just the same as he was, he just has a different heart.
Okay.
He is weaker. Should weaker and no power be the same, or separate?
We can make him separate, I think.
He's weaker. He has no power at all. What are some other ones?
The thing I had is like he doesn't come back as Clark, right? Like he comes back as like Kal-El.
That's not okay. Gotcha.
Or it's less about power, but more about who he is.
Yeah.
Right.
So he can have the same amount of power, but it's not the same Clark.
Yeah, because like whenever we had Bizarro Superman come back, like it's hard to tell, but like was that the same person that had died?
Okay.
You know, I don't know that he was.
I think that technically would cover everything I can think of, but if there's something that I'm not thinking of, we'll also have something else.
Something else.
Yep.
All right. Well, let us know what you think, and we'll be talking about that next week.
I think
I'm excited to see what happens.
No powers. Equivalent exchange.
No powers.
Yeah.
No.
And now it's the boys.
No, I think it's just gonna.
It's your turn.
Oh my. Guys, thank you so much for watching Superman and Lois with us. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's episode. And don't forget, we also have Superman the Animated Series here every week as well, which has been a lot of fun. So you can check out early access of that and full lengths for all of it over at blindwave.com.